Alright, everyone, buckle up. Because today's Reddit story might actually be the definition of a mother-in-law from hell. We're talking sabotage, manipulation, and a level of entitlement that honestly deserves its own Netflix series. This woman tried to ruin her son's wedding, insulted the bride, and almost caused a full-on family meltdown, but don't worry, the ending is absolutely satisfying. Grab your snacks, because this one is wild. So, the original poster, we'll call her Emma, is a 27-year-old woman engaged to her longtime boyfriend, Liam. They've been together for 5 years and everything's great, except for one problem. Liam's mom, Karen. And yes, her name isn't actually Karen, but spiritually, it fits perfectly. From the very beginning, Karen hated Emma. She'd make passive-aggressive comments like, "You're so lucky Liam's such a forgiving person," or "I thought he'd marry someone more traditional." Emma tried to keep the peace, but when the wedding planning began, that's when everything exploded. Emma and Liam planned a small, intimate wedding, around 80 guests, nothing extravagant. They told Karen she was welcome to help, but not to take over. That sentence alone sealed their fate. Within a week, Karen had already called the florist, changed the menu, and told the venue she was the point of contact. When Emma found out, she was shocked. Karen said, and I quote, "Sweetheart, I just want it to be perfect. You wouldn't know what our family likes. Not your wedding, but our family. That says it all." Then she takes it a step further. She buys herself a white dress. A full-on, bridal-style white gown. Emma politely tells her, "Hey, that's not really appropriate," and Karen just smiles and says, "Don't worry, mine's fancier." I almost threw my phone reading that part. As if that wasn't enough, Karen starts spreading rumors in the family, telling people that Emma is controlling, that she's forcing Liam to abandon his roots, and that she's probably marrying him for money. Newsflash, Karen, the man drives a 2011 Honda Civic. Then comes the kicker. Emma gets a call from their venue manager, saying the deposit was canceled. Karen called and told them the wedding was postponed indefinitely. Emma confronts her, furious, and Karen, dead serious, says, "Well, I didn't think you were ready to marry my son." That's not a mother-in-law. That's a movie villain. At that point, Liam finally steps in. He tells his mom she's crossed the line and that if she keeps interfering, she's not invited. Karen breaks down crying, claims she's the victim, and says no one appreciates her sacrifices. Classic manipulation. Fast forward a few weeks. Emma's at her bachelorette party with her friends, having a great time. Then, out of nowhere, Karen shows up. Apparently, she found out the location from Liam's sister and decided to make peace. She walks in uninvited, carrying a massive gift bag and a fake smile. Everyone goes silent. Emma, trying to stay calm, opens the bag. Inside are blank divorce papers, with a note that says, "Just in case." That's right. Divorce papers. At that point, the entire party was done. Karen got escorted out, and Emma officially declared she was not welcome at the wedding. Liam agreed. This woman brought divorce papers to a bachelorette party. You can't make that up. So the big day arrives. Emma's nervous, but excited. Everything's beautiful. Flowers, music, everything is perfect. And guess who shows up uninvited anyway? Karen. In the white dress. Security. Yes, they had to hire security. Tries to stop her, but she pushes through yelling, "I'm his mother. He can't get married without my blessing." The audacity. Liam walks over calmly and says, "Mom, if you don't leave, we'll call the police." She starts fake crying again, claiming she's being abused and excluded. Guests are just standing there watching the scene unfold like a bad soap opera. Eventually, the venue staff escorts her out. The wedding continues, and honestly, it turns out perfect. Except later, someone sends Emma screenshots of Karen's Facebook post where she writes, "I saved my son from a mistake." After the wedding, Emma and Liam go low contact. They tell Karen she's welcome in their lives only if she respects boundaries. She doesn't. She keeps calling, sending letters, showing up at their house unannounced. One time, she even brought a cake that said, "Still time to back out." At this point, Emma posts the entire saga to Reddit, and it goes viral. People call it one of the worst mother-in-law stories they've ever read. Eventually, Liam starts therapy, learns about boundaries, and they go fully no contact. Karen tries guilt-tripping him with, "You're choosing her over your mother." And Liam simply says, "No, I'm choosing peace." That's a mic drop moment. Here's the thing, mother-in-law drama can be bad, but this was next-level psychological warfare. Karen didn't just want to be part of her son's life. She wanted to control it. But credit where it's due, Emma and Liam handled it with class and patience. They didn't stoop to her level. They set boundaries and stood their ground. And that's the biggest lesson here. You can't reason with people who thrive on chaos. You just stop feeding the fire. That's today's Reddit saga. What do you think? Is this one of the worst mother-in-law stories you've ever heard, or have you seen worse? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you've got your own crazy in-law story, I want to hear it. Hit that like button, subscribe for more chaotic Reddit tales, and remember, sometimes family isn't who you're born with. It's who you keep around for your own sanity. Thanks for watching, stay kind, and stay drama-free.